We are going to start off because again, Jamie hasn't seen it. I did reach out to the Concrete Wanderer. This video is linked in the description below. I told him I would do that to get permission to do this. We're going to show Jamie the grand 3-hour finale to all nations of the world, especially America, and then we'll get into the actual article. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Gee, is there anything Dean can do in the final number?
Oh, gosh. Maybe
Such a good show.
He could set off the fireworks.
That's right. Yeah, I'll stand it. Oh, I love fireworks.
Okay. Sam, are you about ready?
Yes, it's a glorious 3-hour finale.
You got a minute and a half. Okay, everybody, get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, the Muppets proudly present the final demonstration of MuppetVision 3.
So, Jamie, as I told Justin, this is probably the best description of what the show is all about. Like, all the mayhem you could think of with the Muppets is all thrown into this one scene.
Oh, dear.
And, of course, it's all 3D, so that's all 3D gimmicks, too. It's fantastic.
What are you doing? Get back to
Is it over yet?
I already miss it, Justin. It's not even gone yet. I already miss it.
Oh, that's cool effect on the ceiling.
Right? Like, this theater is, like, amazing.
What's this?
Stop the movie! Stop the movie, Trump! Hey, Chef! Can't you hear me? Stop the projector!
You will hear from my lawyer.
Hey, I'll take you, penguin! Take it easy! I'm sorry! Oh, no, wait!
The penguins have a cannon.
Stop, everybody! Stop! Look out!
At last, I'm out of this silly film.
Swedish Chef with a shotgun.
You could hit me with a... Everybody, he's got a cannon!
Even if this comes to streaming, there's no way we'll ever be as good as in person.
No.
Everyone okay in here? Raise your anger! Raise your anger! Explosion!
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to apologize for our slight technical difficulties. But I do wish to assure you that no one was hurt, and this theater suffered only minor damage. So thank you very much for coming to see this demonstration of MuppetVision technology, and enjoy the rest of your stay, and come see us again sometime.
Oh, it's so good. Like I said, it's a good little quick showing. One thing while we still have this up before I go to the article. Go back. So one cool thing about this little guy, he is computer animated, okay? He's actually a puppet. There's actually footage of them testing a puppet arm that was actually used to control him, so they could just do regular puppet movements. It was a new piece of technology built for the show.
That's cool.
Interesting.
And I mean, and again, it's Jim Henson's last piece of work. Justin, favorite scene in the show?
Why'd you throw me on the spot like that?
Because I needed a minute while I'm changing screens around.
Oh, yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense. I don't know, man. The whole thing, just the whole show. I love the Muppets.
The whole show is very fantastic. So Disney has announced the closing date. This is coming from wdwmagic.com. And the Transformation Land. So phase 1 is Mama Melrose's closing, which that's closing May 10th. Melrose is nobody. You've never eaten at Melrose.
Oh, I thought that was Pizza Rizzo. Oh,
No,
Pizza Rizzo's right there.
Mama Melrose is the one that apparently everything I've ever seen always doesn't get great reviews. So that one doesn't bother me as much. Phase 2 is MuppetVision and Pizza Rizzo, which closes June 7th. Again, it's been a fan favorite since 1991. They've never changed it because they've only done some updates to like the outside of the building. Because again, this is Jim Henson's last piece of work. He never got to see the finished product of it. He passed away during its finishing. The Kermit in this is, I think, the last recording we have of Jim Henson playing Kermit.
I believe so.
That, but it will make way for a Monstro Theater and a new attraction that Disney says will bring the humor and excitement of Monsters Inc. to life.
We'll see about
that. There's a big shoe they have to step into to fill in. Come on now, it's Muppets.
One of my issues with this, and because I haven't heard a lot about it, but I have heard some about it. And again, I've never seen it, but it's been a fan favorite for years. It's his last work, and you're taking it up this quickly. It would have worked as a theater in Monstropolis. It would have worked.
As I put it to Senior, so my father, taking away MuppetVision is like going and taking away Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. Like, these were both passion projects for both of these big creators.
Yeah.
Like, it's just wrong. Mouse? Thank you.
I think they found a way to make it work, but they didn't want to.
No, they saw an opportunity. I mean, part of it is there is a lot of different effects that go on. There are 3 animatronics in here, so that's extra cost. And you have the live Muppet performer. I mean, it's just a cast member, but the live Muppet performer come through the show 2 different times. So that's a puppeteer you're paying every show for 16 hours a day. Not saying that justifies getting rid of it, because the show is still busy. It doesn't fill up a theater, but the theater's huge. The show is always busy. On top of that, during summer, it's a fantastic place to go sit down and relax.
Yeah, and it looks like it's like a 20-minute show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 10-15 minute show, because the 20 minutes is also adding in the pre-show, because the pre-show loop in this thing is long and it's hilarious. We get to see Rizzo the Rat as Mickey Mouse. Because as he put it, they're tourists. They won't know the difference. What's next for Grand Adventure? With the phase closure complete, construction will begin on transforming the Grand Avenue area into the world of Monstropolis. The new land will include Harryhausen's restaurant, a flying door roller coaster housed in the iconic door warehouse, and the reimagined central courtyard. Do they have the full photo in this article? I don't think they do. There it is. So this is MuppetVision here. This is a new building they're adding behind everything.
Yeah. And then that green roof is Pizza Rizzo, right?
This is Pizza Rizzo. Mama Melrose is right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because actually, this is maybe Melrose. I'd have to re-look at it, because that makes sense to just move Harryhausen's in the Melrose and just update the kitchen. And then right here is the Muppet store, which is being totally destroyed and taken down altogether for some trees, which I'm okay with trees. Trees in a theme park, fantastic idea.
Yes.
I think this land could have legitimately started right here, right at the end of the courtyard, and it would have been fine. And nobody would have had any complaints.
And even Muppets could fit in Monstropolis. It's not.
Yes, Muppets still could fit in Monstropolis. I know Justin and I have sat on opposite sides of the spectrum of that one.
It could.
But
I'm not saying it's a great fit. But
It's not a great fit at
Monsters,
all.
Inc. really popular enough for its own. land.
Apparently. I
I'm
think
sorry,
it's
what
more
was
so
that,
the
Justin-
Muppets.
Jamie?
Oh, sorry.
What was that?
What'd you say?
Is Monsters Inc. really popular enough for its own land?
More so than the Muppets, I'd argue.
I would say yes, more than the Muppets, mostly because Disney's still being relevant with it.
Yeah.
That's
Disney
fair.
really hasn't done anything actually profitable and such with the Muppets because they don't seem to know how to handle the Muppets. Is that a good way to explain that?
Yeah, I agree.
Because like we still get, well, at least we had. I don't know if they continued. I only watched a few episodes of it. The Disney Plus show for Monsters Inc.
Oh, for Monsters Inc., we got a whole second season.
Like, yeah,
Or we
so
are getting a second season.
Okay, so
So-
that's relevant because that's what I
Yeah.
was concerned about. Is like, are they still making content with it, or because to me, it's a good movie, great movie. Even the second one I thought was great, but to have its own land, I'd debate on that.
well, see, I'm in a small group. I think Disney needs to move away from trying to make so many immersive lands.
Okay,
Us having immersion for certain pieces to me makes sense, but
everything immersive gets to be a little much.
and then you just keep landlocking yourself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, like the problem with Galaxy's Edge, which is right here next to it, the way they set it up, it blocks itself from putting anything behind it because they did so much time for the immersion of the rocks. Right here, we're doing the same thing again. We're building straight down a courtyard to put the Monstropolis building at the end, and we're just blocking us in again.
Yeah.
On top of that, a problem that MuppetVision had. So, way back in the day, before Star Wars was here,
Okay,
this actually continued around. There was actually an exit out of this way back into the rest of the park, so you had a good flow of traffic. To build Star Wars, they closed off the gate that's right here,
okay.
and so unless you were going into MuppetVision, you never came back to the shop. You never came back in here.
Yeah. I didn't even know there was a shop back there.
And you get let out next to it every time.
Yeah.
I hate dead ends like this.
Oh yeah, and that's
Oh,
all this
Hollywood
is doing.
Studios is full of them.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's one of the reasons I actually really like Galaxy's Edge placements in Disneyland because it completed that loop.
Yeah.
Critter Country no longer was a dead end. You could
Yep.
get somewhere from there.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think that's really what also hurt MuppetVision because its audience attendance did go down, but it's never gone low. It's never gone to a seasonal attraction because it still pulls in a good number of viewers. Every show. Now, Justin, I want your opinion on this one. You might have a. So we know we're getting a new monster show.
Yep.
In the Monstropolis Theater, or whatever they're calling it.
Mhm.
And we have a sign right here for Laugh Floor.
Are you
Are they
suggesting
moving
they're gonna
Laugh Floor?
port? No, because it's still a theater. Laugh Floor isn't in a theater. That's the
Okay.
way I look at it.
Wait, are they moving what?
So over in Magic Kingdom, because this was done in the time where Disney didn't know what to do with Tomorrowlands. So like in Florida, like in California, how we have Buzz Lightyear randomly in Tomorrowland. In Florida, they have Buzz Lightyear in Tomorrowland, but they also have Monsters Inc. Because they have a Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, which is pretty much Turtle Talk with Crush, but a more basic version of it.
I mean, it
That's
could
what
just
Mike
be
Wazowski
advertising
said.
for it in another park.
Yeah. What'd you say, Joe?
It's Mike Wazowski instead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we know the closing of this, okay? We know the closing of Muppets. We know that for the Hollywood Studios anniversary celebration they just did recently, that Kermit and Miss Piggy were like the main hosts of it, okay? If that's the case, coming over here from WWW News Today, why is there no closing date for Rock and Roller Coaster yet? obviously, they're moving forward on the one side. So, despite the recent news of MuppetVision 3D and Pizza Rizza closing this summer to make way for Monsters Inc. themed land, Disney still has yet to announce a closing date for Rocket and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. That doesn't give me good signs that this thought was all the way through when they announced it.
Yeah.
I have a question. Where is Rock and Roller Coaster?
The opposite side of the park.
The complete opposite side of the park.
Okay.
It's in another dead end courtyard.
Yep.
Why are they announcing the closure of it? Or why aren't they? What's going on with that?
Jub, go for it.
We don't know. That's the thing.
Well,
are you saying like
no.
why is that a big deal? Because they're changing out Aerosmith for Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem.
Uh-huh.
So, there we go. For reference, Grand Avenue is here, which means MuppetVision is right here. Okay.
Okay.
We have to go all the way north, across the middle of the park, and then we come over here because there's Launch Bay. Am I going the wrong way?
Yeah, you did. Sunset Boulevard, the big long street. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
okay.
yeah. So here's MuppetVision. So we come up, we come across Commissionary Way, we come across the middle, we come over here next to Starbucks, then we go all the way down Sunset Boulevard. Then we make a left on Growler Street.
Right past Haunted Mansion.
Here, Tower Terror, but
Tower Terror, yeah.
So it's going over here into this dead end of a courtyard.
Okay.
If this is the big replacement for it, and this is the, apology to Muppet fans that Muppets are still going to be here, why wouldn't the coaster already have gone down to start prepping for it? So that way you can close MuppetVision, on Tuesday and open Rock and Roller Coaster on Wednesday.
And then have it open. Maybe they're going to ride it out for one more summer season. And then once summer is over, and we hit fall, I think that's when they might close it down. So that they don't have back-to-back goodbye, farewell seasons or whatever.
But I don't think people will be as upset about about Aerosmith leaving MuppetVision.
I would be.
Because people have been talking about for like the last 6 years Aerosmith leaving.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, now I understand better. So Kermit and everyone's taking over Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yes.
Okay.
Which again might be entertaining. They're not going to change anything to the coaster.
No.
All they're going to do, they're probably going to repaint the train, so it's going to look similar to like this kind of 70s-esque. And then they'll update the music.
I think they'll keep the exact same story too. I think that'd be really funny if they did.
But here's my other question for you, Justin. Again, I'm a big Muppets fan. I love the Muppets.
Yep.
How many people are really going to care that Electric Mayhem is taking over Aerosmith or taking over Rock and Roller Coaster? Besides you, because
for one.
Because if we look at more of the younger audience, they're not going to.
Nobody knows who Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem is.
So
I didn't know when you said it, to be honest.
Like to me, it's a funny idea. And again, I enjoy Dr. Teeth and Electric Mayhem. Like I still.
You're not going to go on it.
I won't. No, because I get sick on Rock and Roller Coaster. But I still even go back and listen to the Muppets version of Bohemian Rhapsody with Dr. Teeth and all that. Like it's funny, it's hilarious, but I don't think this is the right fit.
No, I don't think so. I think this was Aerosmith is too expensive to keep renewing their contract, and Muppets is going bye-bye. Oh no, our Muppet fans are angry. Put them back. I think that's exactly.
I think it's that, and also the controversy that Aerosmith recently, well, not recently, but in the last 6 years, since that's when it's been being talked about, came into.
Yeah, probably.
Any other statements?
It just feels like a little bit rushed, and it's not going to fit. It kind of fits in with what we said together about Tiana's Bayou. Is I'm okay with it being rethemed. I don't think that was the right choice in a retheming.
Yes.